Hello everyone, Sun2, and welcome to another mod overview, this time on Techemistry, a mod inspired by nuclear craft, Mekanism and RotaryCraft that focuses on chemistry-based technologies. And yeah, there is obviously a need for Chem library, so you'll be using mostly elements and pretty much getting outcomes of those ingots from that mod, and then using those for a bunch of other bits and pieces. As end goals of sorts. I don't know about mod support in terms of things like, say, if you had platinum or copper or something from science mechanisms, whether or not that'll carry across here. But definitely best to experiment. But the main gist of the mod is obviously you can do stuff to get elements through ores and otherwise make a few drinks. So, you've got the macerator, or maceration station, which you use a gear, which you can use either for recipes to either make the maceration station, where is the tie-in gear, as you can see here for a few of these machines, or just obviously in the maceration station for breaking things down, besides using RF or Forge energy. You can break things down like wheat, apples to source, different elements like sand to silicon dioxide, other crushing types of methods typical in tech mods, and otherwise mostly focused on elements or breaking certain ores down, such as sulfate and sulfur and a bunch of others, to then eventually get crushed versions, make slurry, and then use that for different ores. Pretty much in a way that I'm more so familiar with Mekanism. Other than that, you've got the smeltery, pretty much just for smelting ingots or smelting certain combinations of elements to another. But most of the time you're probably using this for ingots as an end result at the end of the ore processing. You will need heat for this though, so you can obviously change to Kelvin, Celsius or Fahrenheit, and you want probably something like a solid fuel heater, which you just put coal in, like so, or you want to use something like a solar heater, which is pretty much just something that's kind of like, I guess, a solar panel heater source of sorts, so you just put it out during the day and you get heat generating. The fermenter, obviously, you want to use heat as well as a bunch of ingredients in water to make drinks, such as sugar wine, beer, cider, and potato wine, which you can use those as base upgrades, and then from there, base ingredients I mean, and then use those in the distillery controller to make things like vodka and a few other ones. So you need heat as well as the bottle, and then you get other things like ethanol from rum, or you can make some things like vodka, rum, and otherwise from the base ingredients. And then ethanol you can use for furnace fuel, or the reaction chamber to get a few other things for slurry. You'll get the gas chamber for obviously certain things like making oxygen, or methane, carbon dioxide, and a bunch of other things that you will need to probably use alongside the calcination chamber. You use the calcination chamber pretty much for making the crushed or slurry into the different ore components, and you use this or get this as a secondary output, because if you actually check the machine, there is no secondary slot above here. So you pretty much just have this as a secondary output block of sorts. Say nitrogen dioxide, you'll get that with the calcination chamber, to then get whichever one has that as a secondary output. So yeah, you'll be also using that with magnesium or calcium if you have the nitrate, and then turn it to oxide. So you just put a block or an animal or the calcination chamber obviously underneath the electrolyzer. Pretty much splits elements, so you've got lithium chloride to then broken down into lithium and chlorine, And you've got obviously sodium chloride broken down to sodium and chlorine. You've got platinum electrodes, which you'll need obviously in those slots, and they're just pretty much copper and platinum. So if you have a mod that adds either of these two metals, you want to use that alongside these, as well as heat, and then as well as power. So yeah, calcination chamber obviously we've already covered. The reaction chamber is pretty much used for combining. So unlike the electrolyzer splitting them, you've got this one putting them back together if you wish, or I guess upgrading them in a way. So you've got sulfuric acid and sulfur to upgrade it to sulfur dioxide and get water from it. You've just got sulfuric acid and sodium chloride to then make hydrochloric acid and also get sodium bisulfate. So I guess you could probably think of this as, I guess, the alloy smelter of sorts with ingots, but instead it's with elements to then create them from certain ones to then higher tiered chlorides, dioxides, trioxides, and so on. You've obviously got the froth flotation chamber, or because obviously it doesn't have the A there, so I'm just trying to pronounce this as best I can. And you just put crushed versions of things to then make slurry alongside using water. So most of these common ores you get in the mod, you'll be using pretty much in here to then make slurry that you'll then use to obviously make things like with galena, I don't know how you say it, to make then lead oxide and silver split, and then you can get the following from there. And that's pretty much it. Obviously I've got the process here, trying to work out what you can, so you can either go with what it is, and then break it down to macerating it, calcination, and smeltery, or you can go a bit further by using the froth flotation chamber, and then going a bit of a different direction. So yeah, the different ores obviously, things like sulfide, oxide, carbonate, phosphate, sulfur, sulfate, and so on. I'm not too sure on where you can find these just yet, but I'm assuming they're at common levels for the most part, so we'll just see what we can find, because you obviously can't make them, but I'm not sure how common they are exactly. So gold there, I might probably have to go to some areas I haven't generated yet. There is obviously dolomite, which you can use for magnesium, calcium, if you need any of that. So it'll probably look like, I don't find any. Again, I'll probably go to a different location that I haven't been to yet, some random biome, and find some of the specific ores at all. So we've got a few here. So we've got some sulfate at about 27. I'm assuming most of these will be at fairly common heights. Got something different there. And some of them obviously will range depending on, I'm assuming, locations, such as with sulfur probably being close to lava, or others probably being a lot lower down than higher up. But I don't know the specific Y level exactly. Other than that, we'll just finish off, I guess, on the drinks. So we'll cover the drinks. Just quickly though, the ores obviously can be broken with a wooden pick or higher, but carbonate I tried with, silk touch I tried with anything, and it doesn't seem to work, so just be careful of that. But with the different drinks, doesn't seem to be, you can obviously drink them, it's just they're only used for ethanol. Just thought I'd check just in case though. Other than that though, that's pretty much it. Yeast obviously, so we don't forget. Obviously you just toss in a shallow pool of water, and then obviously have it so that the bottom half of the slab is considered. I already tried this and I didn't have too much luck, so I'm assuming you use a heater of sorts, but I haven't tested it yet. Otherwise though, thanks so much for watching, and goodbye.